Lightspender Plus. Hello, MrPokke. This is my first account review. You were popping up on my YouTube feed quite a lot because of Cyrene, and I was so hooked to the videos that I now find myself watching your content everywhere I go. Whatever I do, eating, showering, sleeping, what etc. What else could you be possibly doing when you're watching MrPokke's content? That's very interesting. W. Now, I'm able to tune in on Twitch, and I'm glad to be one of the many orders. Yippee! Thank you so much for the amazing content and guides. Thank you. Thank you. You are, in fact, absolutely welcome. But because I am very, very humble, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'm just very glad that you enjoy the content. So you are very, very welcome, right? Okay. I'm a 1.0 player, but I only started playing the game more seriously around 1.3 when Dale dropped. Spent around 2.6, and this is where my greed and stupidity started to show. My first E2 was Dale on his rerun. That's absolutely crazy. During the time when Break was a meta, so I had to bench him very quickly. Version 3 was when you're the greediest and stupidest. You put Yunli E0, Jiaoqiu E0 S1, and Saber E2 S1, and they are all benched. As for the good, awesome greed, it's the meta DPS of version 3. Okay, so Remembrance Flagship, very nice. Going to 4.0, I would like to reduce my greed. I love Sparksy, even Nisia, but I plan to not pull any elation until I have problem achieving 9-star diamond frame. Okay, wait. I must stop you right there, right? I must stop you right there. Bro, diamond frame is really, really fucking hard. Unless you have like insanely good vertical investments for non-shield teams, or you have decent investments for shield teams, diamond frame is really fucking hard. Alright, so just to like keep you grounded, 9-star is okay. Right, 9-star clear, I think that's very manageable, but this is I think this timeline is gonna be a little bit different. However, my E2S1D Herda has been struggling to get anything above a 2-cycle clear since the last anomaly arbitration in our best team, which is a little bit worrying. There's nothing to worry about. It's potential women, right? Sometimes she shines, most of the time she doesn't. It is what it is. For this patch, I have to move Teep to Casteris and Cyrene to Cyrene to D Herda. Okay, at that point, you might as well just bench D Herda and just get like a fucking RMC or something. And just get RMC. Okay, we'll see what's up. I still clear 2 cycles, but I'm worried that she'll be benched. I would love your opinion on what to do to improve her usage rate going forward. Don't invest in this anymore, right? I think E2S1 is a very good starting point. In fact, most units for DPS, E2S1 is like the perfect starting point. Don't need to invest in E4, E6, or whatever it's going to be. We'll see how she will shape up going forward in the future. But I think the way that it's going to be going, hopefully we get a better sustain or a better erudition. The problem is, the way that her team is structured, right? It reminds me a little bit of like Akron, right? They're both emanators. It's because of their reliance on one of the erudition units. So for Akron's case, it's going to be Nihility, right? Car can only bring her that much. But her baseline multiplier, so let's just say for Akron, right, is just there. So unless they give Akron a Nova Flare, it's just very, very hard to continuously keep up with all the new mechanics. D Herda, especially E2S1, is not that bad. I think D Herda E2S1 is way, way, way easier to manage compared to E2S1 Akron because it's extra turn, right? Extra turn is crazy, crazy fucking good. Generally speaking, I would say don't bench on using Cyrene with D Herda. Eventually, you still have to give Cyrene back to your Remembrance Flagship. Then see if you can get a better, either a better Teep or a better Nexa going forward. Yep, so that's pretty much it. No idea how it will go from there. I have every team possible besides a break due to my greed in 3.7. I wasn't able to pull Dahlia, only Fuke, plus my Firefly has been E0S1 since 2.4. I want to complete break someday and bring my Firefly back to life. She is not a real person, by the way. I recently completed the DOT team with Hysilence coming back to dispatch, but I'm not sure whether S1 is a mass pool. It is not a mass pool, especially if you have Jiaoqiu. You have E0 S1 Jiaoqiu, right? Just use Xiao Qiu's S1. It's completely fine. Please enlighten me with your infinite wisdom. Very, very humble. Bro, chat, these chatters are the best, by the way. My infinite wisdom. TLDR, if you have Xiao Qiu's S1, you don't need it, so you're absolutely welcome. I will also like your... Okay, let me... Oh, holy shit. I will also like your opinion on putting Saridra E0 S1. Professor Anexa has been cooking on single target, and I feel that putting Saridra is a little bit greedy. It might also upgrade my Argentine. I saw you run Archer with Saridra from time to time, but I can really 0 Archer. Is it too greedy? Please let me know. I think if you want to be greedy, E0 S0 is actually okay, because you can just run DDD. The S1 is not that insane, it's just +1 skill boy. It will be a lot more insane if you want to run Saridra with Archer, but it's also like, it is what it is, right? Like, I just did it, the fucking 0 cycle, 0 cost team. I don't think it's that crazy. I would say it's very different if you're putting her for final though. But if you're not going to be a final main die, I think it's kind of, it is what to do. I'm looking to bring MrPokke's wife back because you inspired me. She truly is the permanent tier 0. I have some temporary clothes for her at the moment. This also brings me to my next question. Which cavern do I farm? Farming is basically the sets from cavern being farmed, including sets blah 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 blah. It should not be farmed with efficiency, blah 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 blah. That means that ego says already blah 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 blah, which is not blah 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 blah. Say, okay, never ever farm quantum, it's fine. This velocity blah blah blah. Okay, very, very simple. Usually the set that you farm is always the set that you want to improve that main DPS for. That team that you want to improve for, because DPS gears are the hardest to build. Support gears and sustain gears, it's kind of okay if you don't have like the strictest requirements, because 99% of the time your supports are running Ego 4-piece, and crafting Ego 4-piece is way more efficient than crafting the other thing, right? But like DPS is the hardest, especially for crit DPS, right? So for example, right now if your Archer sucks ass, you don't need to farm Quantums of Archer. You can just run Scholar, because Scholar gives you Scholar plus Sekidos. And nobody should be farming Quantum in 2024 anymore, 2026 anymore, unless you have an insanely good Quantum 4-piece from back in those days, right? Back when you were Unk. So that would be my suggestion, right? What is your last sentence here? Also, tips on getting more balls. My friends are making fun of me because I keep running out of balls. Grow them. Can you send me 30k? And there it is. Me? Ooh, wow. Classic. Okay. Oh, I'm actually quite surprised you're only getting 2 cycles with Archer on this team, by the way. Silver Wool, huh? I might want to consider changing Silver Wool for someone else. Frankly speaking, okay, I kind of want to take a look at your cost investment. I don't know if you have any issues when it comes to MOC, right? You have double 0 cycle, 80k. Yep, you're completely fine. Okay. How many cost? Because this is a light spender plus. Let me guess. E2 casters. E2 Avenite. E2 Cyrene. E1 Hyacinth. Oh, okay. You know what? That's pretty relatable. That is actually a light spender plus, right? If he actually got an E1 Hyacinth, then it would have not been a light spender plus, right? So very, very relatable. Yeah, and I wonder what... Okay, you know what? Because you actually got E2 Cyrene, running this with DLR is actually not that bad. Because you actually get the charge right, a lot faster compared to the pores, right? So this is gonna be okay. Also, what the fuck was that song, bro? Let's jump in. I'm guessing this is... Okay, this I don't think most people from HSR know how insanely good E2 DHPD is. So I'm gonna guess you stuck this at E0. And there it is. E0. And there it is. E1. Okay, you told me this is E0, so this is E0. For now, I would say you can bench her, because you just missed Dahlia. So unless you get Dahlia again in the future, there's like not a lot of reasons to like bring back Firefly in the near future, right? So maybe when a Dahlia rerun comes around, okay, I'm guessing what's gonna happen if when they rerun Dahlia, they might have a Firefly rerun as well, because they tend to group up the teams together, right? So Bencher, you can just yeah, not missing out on too much anyways. Fuke. Frankly speaking, E0 S0 Fuke is like Alright, just right, it's just Himiko, nobody cares. It is what it is. It is what it is. This is your E2 S1 Herda, right? Okay, wait. I really like 118. If you can get 118. Because 118 Herda with Tribbie DDD is 134 speed effective. If you want to gamble that. Or if you want to build her for Anomaly King, which I don't think you're actually using her for Anomaly King. Oh wait, I guess you can use her for Knights, right? The new speed breakpoint is 140 instead of 134. So you could actually try to aim for like 125. Yeah, roughly, wait, plus 6, right? Plus 6, 124. Yeah, aim for 124. 124 plus S5 DDD, it will be 140 effective. If you can get a little bit more here. But if you can't get it, I also wouldn't worry about it too much. Because it's just purely to min-max anyways. The build itself is fine. Yeah, the build itself is fine. Alright, so it is what it is. Ranmei, you probably won't use her too much. Acheron. Ooh. You get Car. You did not get Car. Do you get E2 Silver Wolf? Oh, okay, you know what? Here's exactly what you're gonna do. Here's exactly what you're gonna do, right? You can forget about her for now, right? If you have no E2 Silver Wolf and no Car, it is very, very hard to make her keep up. Okay, it's not impossible, but like you're basically just fighting an uphill battle. Unless your name is Sarah. Then Sarah would say that she is... Oh, wait, I'm blind? Am I blind? Oh! Okay, I'm sorry. I am, in fact, blind. Oh, you even have card. Okay, wait, by the way, Silverwolf never runs this, by the way. Always give Silverwolf tutorial. If you don't use Kafka on the other side. If you use Kafka for one of those teams, then this is okay. But Card does need that speed quite a bit. Because if you give Card the S1, her follow-up of that also counts as a debuff. So that will be pretty good. If that is the case, it is still a little bit hard to justify running Acheron, just because her scaling is like very, very difficult to manage, right? So like right now the teams you have, this is fine. This is fine. Like you might as well use DOT. You could simply swap this out. DOT Team 1, Remembrance Team 2, Archer Team 3. Should be like way more than enough to get you all rose clears. Cause if you are strictly talking about like a team's value, right? I personally think DOT has some of, if not the best values in HSR, generally speaking, because they never really fall off per se. Wait, let me lower it a little bit. Yeah, they never really fall off per se because they always introduce at least like one DOT upgrade every single version. Because Nihility as itself is just a popular ass path, and this is basically the face of HSR at this point. Look at her abadongadongs, right? So if Kafka is never going to lose popularity, I legitimately don't think DOT will ever lose popularity. So you can go down that route, especially considering you really got yourself Highlands. E0, S0 is fine. Just swap this out for Jiao Qiu. Oh, you also don't have Black Swan. Okay, you know what? Because you don't have Black Swan, I would just get the fish. Yeah, I would just get the fish. Then you can give this to you can just stick this to bro, but I will get the fish. Yeah, I mean Eyes of Prey is not that bad, but if you are gonna the thing with DOT, right, is like DOT, if I can make an analogy, is like a stable relationship. It's a team that you commit for. You can't just run E0, S0, E0, S0, E0, S0, and you expect your fucking DOT team to be like fucking like future proof, right? DOT means they are like the loyal players, right? They have a stable family household, right? They know to love their wives. They never cheat, right? They always stay committed. Those are the DOT. DOT mates are the family men. So if you play DOT that way, you actually save a lot of cost in the long term because you only focus on that DOT upgrade, and it's not that much, right? You get like, for example, a E1 Kavga, right? Get a signature like once you're there, and you're basically done, right? So that's the way I would view DOT. Get the S1, but only if you want to commit, right? If you don't want to commit the DOT, then you don't have to, right? You don't have to. So what is your DOT commitment anyways? Okay, see, this is like a man that's not committed, right? Because I know if you are a real DOT main, every single fucking DOT main would have gotten E1 Black Swan. Most DOT mains would have gotten it is a little bit equivalent to E1 Tribbie. This is the definition of an E1 Tribbie, right? Low key, right? Same thing for the E1 Kavga, increased damage taken. So like it just depends if you want to commit. If you don't want to commit, it's also fine. It's also fine, right? So that is gonna be done there. Moving on next. I mean, this Kavga is fine though. 4-piece Ego and Luke Shaga, right? Energy regeneration. Yeah, this Kavga is fine. Maybe a little bit more speed, but it's okay. Nexa is... Oh, I do not like this crit rate, my man. No. You always give a Nexa crit rate. Now, you never ever run crit damage. 67% crit rate on Nexa is absolutely fucking unacceptable. Give bro as close to 100% crit rate, and your Nexa performance should go up by a lot. As a matter of fact, can I just craft this shit for you? It physically pains me to see a Nexa without a crit rate chest. How many do you have? Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. You know what? Bro literally has nothing, bro, right? I would not worry about it. Yeah, just give bro a crit rate chest, right? If you are gonna be sticking with an Next, I'll give bro a crit rate chest. So that is gonna be done there. Black Swan 150. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, yep. Nothing to say about. That's good. All right, wife. Ooh. Okay. No. If you are gonna be running E0 Feixiao, do not run Ego 4-piece. It's not worth it. You don't gain enough value. Because the ultimate frequency is like almost goes down by like 50%. Yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, if you're running E0 Feixiao, please don't run Ego 4-piece. It's not worth it. You are just gonna focus on the damage portion with a Valerius. Then it's gonna be fine. But that also being said, the reason why I keep saying Feixiao is tier 0 is not really gonna be taken at face value if you're gonna be playing her like a fucking casual, right? A real... Okay, like, bro, it's like the real Feixiao mains are like the same as the DOT mains, right? A real Feixiao main will definitely commit for the single greatest item in the history of all HSR, and that is the fucking E2 Feixiao, right? So are you committed for Feixiao? If you are not committed, frankly, you don't have to worry about it. It is not for everyone, right? No one is forcing you to use the best DPS in the whole world. So if you don't want to, it's fine, right? But the build-wise is actually looking pretty good. It's just that I will not run 4-piece Eagle, right? It's not too worth it. And also, can we change this to do run? I mean, the subs are pretty good, but do run will be like a little bit better out of you. Because you do gain like way more crit damage at the expense of crit rate, then get more crit rate from like your 4-piece Valerius. Right, so that is gonna be that. Huan. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, chat, I swear. Next time, if Huan gets a rerun, we should start like a Huan rerun cycle. Alright, 100 subs, we pull for Huan E1. Because, bro, this E1 honestly is really, really good. It makes it a lot more comfortable. And who knows, like, maybe if Huan pops off, maybe, right? Maybe. Okay. Car, just give her way more speed. I don't like playing her on an offensive 4-piece, so just give her defensive, you're done. Keep is classic E1 S1. Energy regeneration, HP, as well as crit damage. What the fuck? How? Okay, you are missing a lot of crit. That's not bad. Holy. Okay, wait, this is actually a really good piece of but. Okay, this is very, very bad. This is also very, very bad. This is okay. Yeah, you need to fix these two pieces. Ideally, you get a little bit more crit damage. Otherwise, you can focus on crit rate and then give her a crit damage chest. But this rolled very well, right? But you need to fix these two pieces so that your Tribbie doesn't look like... It's not that bad, but I think it's because of this S1, right? So if you don't have the S1 and you give bro like DDD, it will look a little bit sad. Not the worst though, right? Not the worst, right? But for a lightspender plus, it will look a little bit sad. So yeah. Also, if you want to cheat, you could theoretically consider yoinking my wife's clothes and then slap it on the Tribbie for the ultra speed zoom Tribbie, right? A 140 speed with a crit and crit damage, because you technically have the build for it, right? Like speed with double crit, right? Just get speed with double crit and just go like super fucking fast, right? Then you just do a lot more follow-up attack. So that is gonna be done over there. Then this is going to be 162 speed with the this is good. This is good. But this is really good. Okay, but this is like, I actually wouldn't really recommend y'all to pull E2 Sparkle, because like, I feel like y'all don't deserve E2 Sparkle, bro. How dare y'all pull for an E2 that gives 30% defense ignore? That's fucking crazy, bro. Alright, so I don't think y'all deserve E2 Sparkle, so don't just pull. But this E1 is super good. Alright, the speed buff helps you hit the 167 way easier. So now that you have your speed buff, this is actually fine. I would definitely recommend running a real light cone. For example, the S5 DDD. Alright, nobody plays Team Win, so you can just bench this. Yeah, I would definitely recommend running a real light cone. But you also need to combine this with a real 4-piece, right? This is what I would call the casual 4-piece, right? This is the casual. I legitimately feel it is not an elitist statement to make that in the big 2-6, everyone and their moms should have a Eagle 4-piece with 167. I think that is super fucking reasonable. Is that not reasonable? Hold on, let me see what you have over here. I think that is incredibly fucking reasonable, by the way. Incredibly reasonable. Is this RMC? Okay, just give me that. Wait, that's not even Eagle, bro. I'm dead. Crit damage. Let me yoink. Okay, let me just slap this on for now. Holy shit. Absolutely fucking insane. Yep, that's actually absolutely fucking insane. Congratulations, you won. This is gonna be improved a little bit, but this battles a lot. Well fucking, I think this actually hits. Hey, chat. Type 1 if you think this is 167. Type 1 if you think this is 167. You have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. By right, he didn't hit it. By right, he didn't hit it. But by left, you know, proof, bro. Alright, witness the proof. Alright, witness the proof. I am pretty sure 162 is 167. Unless my S is alright, you're skipping Yao Guan, right? Okay, don't even worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it. Where's DHPD? Okay. Oh, sorry, I haven't even seen bro's archer build yet. Give me 1 sec. I hit. Okay. So your in battle speed is so this is definitely way more than enough. Oh, wait, did you get Eagle 4-piece? Wait, I did, right? Wait, I did activate Eagle 4-piece, right? Okay, wait. Let me just make sure that, I'm not talking out of my ass. Give me 1 second. So that's 1. That's 1. 28. Okay, so 20... I think this should be definitely enough, right? 94, 29. Now this should be definitely enough. So then this is 2. Okay, so you're at 57 to 65. You actually overshot by like almost 10 speed. So if you want to, you could theoretically lower your speed a little bit. If you theoretically want to. But yeah, this is the setup that I believe everyone and their moms, if y'all really want to play Spargo, please run this build, right? The 200 speed evaded Spargo, right? We are not playing back in Gacha Smack era where 175 is considered unrateable. Everyone should have something like this, right? If you don't have the E1, if you don't have this E1, fuck it, hit 167. If you have the E1, I'm pretty sure even at 154 would be enough, right? 154, 153 would be enough, right? Because it's 15% speed at the start of battle. So it instantly kicks in, right? So you're absolutely welcome. Moving on into the next, I can't remember what's my next unit. Yeah, I will always run Ego over Sacrados because you get one extra turn. And one extra turn is way more important than whatever the fuck the crit damage is. Only for like 99% of the situation though. Unless you have some specific setup where you don't care about the third turn and you just want to like one-shot the enemy. Which, because you're playing Honkai Inflation Rail, that never happens, right? You want to get as many actions as possible, so that's done. How is your Archer? It's E1. W with the very, very good. The crit rate is a little bit scuffed. Oh, do you have an attack double crit? Oh my god, bro, this sucks ass, bro. What the fuck is that? Oh, good. Oh, Lord. Oh, no, bro. This sucks ass, bro. Okay, it's kind of good because speed is not completely wasted. Because Spargo is not 100% AV advanced. So low key, sometimes this speed might help. But this and this needs to change. In fact, I'll change this first before this. Because crafting double crit quantum is super worth it. Except that you don't have enough of the resins anymore. So if you really want to love Archer, okay, I guess if you want to be a little bit more universal, you could consider crafting attack double crit. Because attack double crit you can share with your friends. Right? Friend sharing. Other than that, I think this is gonna be okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. That is impressive. That is very, very impressive. Oh, yeah, it's an EH. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty impressive. Okay, if you already have 200 speed effective from Silver Wolf, by right, you wouldn't really need to care about the 4-piece ego anymore. It's okay. And also, you don't even have the E1 anyway, so you can't even cast your out as frequently. So this is actually fine. This is actually fine. You do need to make a choice between running this on Silver Wolf or on Cardo. Because right now, most players, if you are running either Witch, you have to kind of bench one of them. So, yeah. Sunday, if you want... Wait, do you have Final? You do not have Final. Okay. The only other unit I can imagine you running Sunday with... I guess... Jingliu Aglaia. Jingliu Aglaia Jingyuan. Right, yeah, Jingliu Aglaia Jingyuan. But like, even for those, it's a little bit hard to imagine. Okay, let's just not talk about Jingliu because she's homeless. For example, for Aglaia, right? Because you have E2 Cyrene and she's so fucking strong, you legitimately don't even need Sunday anymore because you can activate the ultimate so frequently. Right, so you could just run Aglaia, E2 Cyrene, RMC, and T, and you can just get the job done. Alright, so on that note, do you have E1 Cyrene, by the way? I low-key forgot. Also, the favorites are like driving me a little bit mad. Do you have E1 Cyrene? I mean, Aglaia. Ooh, okay. Okay, because your crit rate is absolutely abysmal, you will run this with Sunday. Because the stack generation is not a problem since you have E2 Cyrene, right? So Sunday, Aglaia, Cyrene, DHPD is actually completely fine. I would say, specifically for Aglaia, if you still want to run Sunday, which you honestly should because the crit rate is very, very low, you build hyperspeed. This 135 speed Sunday doesn't really work anymore, especially considering how Cyrene takes into action. So you can just give bro like as much speed as humanly possible. So you don't have to stick to 135 anymore. Alright, that's for like the boomer Sunday build. So it's gonna be okay. Gallagher 167. Yeah, good enough. No comments. That's good enough. Baby Herda, if you want to run this a little bit, that's also okay. Yingli is homeless. Kurala is homeless. Blame Sarah. I don't even know who plays her. This is okay. Boom, 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 boom. Jingyuan is homeless. Okay, so I think that is pretty much it, right? Okay. Before I wrap this up, I would say Saber might be able to be pop off. She might be able to pop off because number one, you put E2. Number two, the reason why Saber is not doing too good is not really because she's a bad unit. It's just that we don't have enough energy regeneration teams. Like, the only unit that gives us like a shit ton of energy regeneration right now is basically Sunday Hui Hui, right? So the old team with Saber is Sunday Hui Hui, and then you use either Tip or Barbin to give you more action value. So like if there's gonna be a better slot tree to replace Barbin, because right now Barbin doesn't give us energy, right? So if there's gonna be a slot tree that gives team-wide energy, very similar to how Hui Hui gives team-wide energy, I think this team will become fucking insanely good. Because if it will funnel by itself, right? So you have Saber with Sunday giving you turn and energy, with that slot tree giving your entire team energy, which means even more energy for Sunday and Saber, and then Huan Huan giving your entire team energy. So we just need that glue, that slot tree, to be a team-wide energy battery. So exactly like what Huan Huan is doing, but with more buffs, with more support utility. So I would say if you don't want to get on Saber, I would not get on Saber. Especially at E2, right? You just need that one more support, and I think this team will become like super fucking good, right? So it's a little bit like how right now Archer is so fucking good because of Sparkle. If Sparkle does not exist, Archer would not exist, right? So Saber really is just waiting for her Sparkle, which is a team-wide energy battery. I'm not sure when that shit is coming out, but when that day it eventually comes, I will be a day one Saber believer, right? So that is gonna be that. All those other things, I think I've pretty much addressed all of your questions. My only advice is that if your pooling criteria is only for 0 cycles, right? If you want a 0 cycle Anomaly King, I actually wouldn't bet on this team too much. Even though this is basically the best team in the entire world, right? This is the best team in the entire HSR at E2, E2, E2. It's like bar none, right? Bar none. It wouldn't last forever. That's the thing. Because a very good example I can think of is if you used a E2 Firefly, E2 Fuke, and E2 Dahlia team, right? So the version 2 Shield, the version 2 flagship, which is the Firefly Super Break. If you used that full E2 team with, for example, Aquila, right? Maybe Aquila, right? Which is Aquila and Lygus, you would not be able to get Diamond. I actually think it's straight up impossible for you to get Diamond. Much less even like a 3-star clear at full E2, right? So while what seems to be insane right now, I don't think this will ever last forever. In fact, we already have a very anti-remembrance unit, or rather a remembrance boss, which is Proxicon. Because if you guys seen the dragon situation, right? It's really just not that good. And the whole subfield mechanic is so bad. Unless you can instantly kill subfield, which is doable with Evernight. But this is why, simply from the power of multipliers. So if they release more and more bosses that will disincentivize you running dual DPS or like team-wide DPS, it will get quite hard, right? So that will be my 2 cents. For now, I think all your energy can just be given. Okay, when in doubt, just look at the one DPS you want to improve, and then you can just improve it from there. When in doubt, right? So if all of your DPS right now, they are looking pretty good, you could just slam on the brand new 4-piece. Because nobody knows if you're actually going to be able to make use of this. Like, who knows if one day you want to use it? But you did say you're not putting elation, so I guess you can skip. But I will leave that up to you to decide. Saridra, personally, I would skip. But if you really want it, E0 S0 is where I would stop. Especially if you want to just wait for like another team that's not elation, which is the IPC island. That's right. Okay, overall though, Seigoku. This is a really good account nonetheless, right? I think I can give this. Okay, chat, respectively, if you have the Remembrance flagship at full E2, okay, minus Hyzin, this is pretty much S-, right? He has the Remembrance flagship, right? So I cannot give any lower than S- because it's the power of money. If you want to get your account reviewed, exclamation review, and oh, wait, y'all can't join my Discord, right? Fuck, bro. All right, new viewers, y'all can't join my Discord. When we fix the whole peace time, right? And then y'all join our Discord, you can just press exclamation review if you're already there. Or you can just DM all the mods, I guess. Alright, if you really want an account review, just DM all the mods. Then that's gonna be that. Word of the day is gonna be time is ticking. Join it. Use code POKE for 10% gamers up. All the best. See you guys next time. Bye bye. Thank you.